everyone. This is Jennifer Guetta, and I just want to greet you here from the Jesus Trail. And the Jesus Trail is an amazing place, a road that leads between Nazareth and Capernaum. It is an ancient road that Yeshua, Jesus, walked many times with his disciples. And he would walk back and forth from Nazareth to Capernaum, Magdala, Bethsaida, and while he's walking here, he'd be teaching. And it's a beautiful place in Israel. I'm going to show you around a little bit. Look at that. Look at this mountains. Unbelievably beautiful. And I will tell you about it in a minute. This over here is Mount Arbel, one of the very famous mountains in Israel. And it was used throughout history. Many, many stories about that. This is over here, the Mount Nitai. And right between these two mountains was what's called a Roman path. And that was the path that Yeshua used to take and walk with his disciples when he went to Capernaum. And it was just so beautiful. You can see over here where we are walking, and it's still really, the amazing thing about this place is that it still looks the way it did 2,000 years ago. And that is just so special. And right here from this place, I just want to remember the words that Yeshua said to us. He said to us, "Follow me." And he was like a rabbi that called his disciples. And his disciples didn't choose him. He chose them, and he went to them and he said, "Follow me," because he already knew their hearts. He knew exactly who they were, and they gave up everything for him. Follow me meant really to leave their lives behind and to go after him and listen to him. And he was also their teacher. Rabbi means also teacher in Hebrew. And Yeshua became their teacher, and also it means master and Lord, and it is so he is also their Lord for their lives. And this is the exact path where he would teach them and walk, and he would go around and talk about the lilies of the valley and lots of other beautiful scriptures. He would use nature to teach about the Lord, about God, and about his Father, of course. So amazing. And Yeshua called me too. And in 2012, I had a major supernatural experience with him. And he called me and he said, "Follow me." And it was just amazing when he said those words. I didn't know at the time that he was the one that said it. And do you know that all over the world, people are having dreams, the man in white coming to them. And the first words he says is, "Follow me." It's just incredible because those words show and prove that Yeshua is alive today. I mean, there's people in Iran, there's people in China, there's people in the South America, all over. The man in white shows up in their dreams and says, "Follow me." And he asks them to give up everything for him. And it's so amazing. And he did the same for me. If you want to read the story about how he did it, you can read it in my book, Awestruck by Glory. And it's a thriller about my testimony and how I came to know the Lord in 2012 and 13 through a supernatural experience. He pulled me out of the darkness and brought me into the light. And it just proves that he is alive and well. And it is so amazing. And every day I can tell you, I am thankful to be alive and that he is here with me. I'm thankful that he saved me. And at that time in 2012, I chose him to be my teacher. Just as the disciples chose also for him to be their teacher, I also chose him. And that's why I follow him all the time, no matter what. And this is what he asks us to do also in this lifetime. I'm going to read to you from the page 103, and it's called Rabboni, of course, which is my rabbi. And I will read to you because I chose Yeshua as my rabbi. Shortly after, I was laying on my bed, and suddenly I felt the presence of Jesus near me. He taught me about who he was in the invisible world by his Spirit and his word. Then he asked me to be my rabbi. In the Hebrew tradition, students choose a teacher, a rabbi. and you choose one for life, becoming his disciples. I denied him for 25 years, but now he had chosen me to be his disciple. When I realized that, I sat up in my bed and made the most important decision in my life. I went on my knees on top of my blankets and asked Jesus out loud to be my teacher for the rest of my life. Teacher in Hebrew also means Lord or Master. So I asked Jesus, Yeshua, to become the Lord over my life. I asked him to forgive me for denying him, for all my sins, and for unknowingly falling into the traps of witchcraft. I asked him to be my invisible teacher, my master and savior. That day, I started a new notebook, and I wrote this, and I said, Yeshua, please be my teacher. With all my love, Jennifer. Lots of love. And I pray that you will also make Yeshua your teacher, because I can tell you, he's the best one in the world, because he lets you keep your own free will. He's an invisible teacher, but he guides you and directs you, and he loves you, and he always gives you your own free choice. And I just bless you right here from the Jesus trail where Yeshua walked. I'll just show you around one more time in this incredible place. Look at that. Look at how beautiful it is. All right. Many blessings here from the Galilee. Lots of love. Bye.